Hi folks, this is Calc 1 Quiz 16. We're given a function defined by this graph, and we're asked to find a couple of definite integrals. So for part A, we're asked to find the integral from 1 to 10 f of x dx. So I'm integrating from x equals 1. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to finish up here. So we're not given any formula for f of x, although we could probably figure one out. It'd be a piecewise defined function, but we want to attack this geometrically. So remember how we can geometrically interpret the definite integral of a function. This is the net area between the graph of y equals f of x and the x-axis. Okay, so what's net area mean? Well, if I look at the area of this geometric shape between the graph of f of x and the x-axis, and just think of that area, and let's say call that A1, and then I look to where the function dips below the x-axis, and I look at the area of this geometric object, say I call that A2, then the integral from 1 to 10 f of x dx is going to be A1 minus A2. Okay, so that's the net area. Area above the x-axis minus the area below the x-axis. Alright, so let's get to work here. Let's find the area of A1. Now, the geometric object here in A1 is actually a trapezoid. And you might not remember the formula for the area of a trapezoid. Well, that's okay, because we can break this up into a rectangle and a triangle. So let's find the area of this portion first. Well, the height of this is 2. And the base is also 2. So this is actually a square. So the area of that region, or that portion, is 4. Now I look at the region left over, and that's a triangle. It's got a base of 1 and a height of 2. And the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height, so that ends up being 1. So the A1 here, the area of this portion, is 5. And now I'm going to subtract off the area I get from this portion here. And once again, we can break this up into triangles and rectangles. So this triangle piece here has a base of 1, and it's got a height of 2. So the area of this triangle is 1/2 base times height, so the area of that triangle is 1. Now I move over here to this rectangle. It has a base of 3 and a height of 2, so the area of this guy is 6. And finally, we have another triangle. The base of this triangle is 2, the height is 2, so the area is 1/2 base times height. That's got an area of 2. So the area of this object is 9. So our grand final answer here, 5 minus 9, is -4. So that'll do it for part A. Okay, now for part B, we can actually use our work from part A to figure this out. Because if I integrate from 1 to 10 the absolute value of the function, then that's giving me the total area between the curve y equals f of x and the x-axis. Because remember what the absolute value does. If the number I plug into the absolute value is bigger than or equal to 0, then I get the same number back. But if it's negative, I get its opposite. So graphically, what this absolute value does is, since I'm taking the absolute value of the f of x, I'm taking the absolute value of the y values. Any y values that are below the x-axis will now become above the x-axis. So this would be up, over, and down. So it would be the reflection. Oops, I kind of missed it here at 8. Go over here. This would be the reflection of this graph across the x-axis. So in this case, the areas are just going to add up. So I'd have the area of this object plus the area of that object. So that's going to be 5 plus 9, which gives me 14. That'll do it for quiz 16.